Hello everyone, I apologize for the issues that we're currently having here. I don't know why the stream went down for a moment there, as the Generals still hold on to it currently. They currently have the possession in their own zone for a moment now. As trying to push it forward once more here will be the likes of the Cyclones as they send it down towards the General zone. Pass out in front, no one able to get to that one as Moore picks it up right in front of the Generals bench. Sending it back down low towards the backside now as 2 seconds remaining on the power play for the Generals. They will not be able to convert on this one. It's still 1-0 here, the Cyclones lead. Puck down in the General zone on the close boards. Trying to kick it forward here, not able to do so now as it's picked up by Fleck. Fleck now trying to push it forward once more. Cyclones able to send it right back, though. So it'll be intercepted, though, by Pauly, fresh off the bench. Picked up, though, by the Cyclones at center ice now. Trying to move forward with it once more here as the puck makes its way over to the far dot. Pass across. Nobody home, though, in a black jersey. As the puck makes its way over to the close boards now in the General zone. Taking forward here, both sides, as neither team really able to get a hold of this one for a moment. Is Condon trying to get the pass across after the pickup. Gets it intercepted for a moment there by Pauly as he got picked up for a second there. Had his stick in his hands. Thought he could get a call pulled for him there. Not going to be able to be the case. Cyclones now cross center ice. Pass goes across to Cahoon. Cahoon now able to enter into the zone. Loses it, though, at center ice as Cyclones will try and cycle it back in. Won't be able to do so here, so they'll have to pick it back up in their own zone and try and push it forward once more. Dumps it towards the General zone. Blazinski gloves it down, and that will be a stoppage here with 8:42 remaining, and I believe we will possibly see a penalty here called. It will be as Hayden Pauly goes for holding. Apologies again, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what occurred there that caused our stream to go down, but we should be back and running in full capacity now, so I apologize for the issues that we just had there, but 8:42 now remaining here in this first period of action. The Generals will have to deal with a man down after Pauly goes for holding. 1-0 now your score here. The Cyclones take the early lead thanks to Caden Cahoon, who was able to find the wraparound on the left foot, or right foot, I should say, of Lucas Bonnet. Musfeld will step out and try and win that face-off back for the Cyclones. They'll try and get it over now to the backside of the net. Musfeld backhands it now for a moment to the back of Cahoon. Cahoon across now to Polius. Polius misfires that shot there as he'll try and get it ahead. Trying to get onto the likes of Cabela as the puck will float all the way down onto Keith's stick, and he'll send it right back towards the General zone. Cahoon tries to drop the pass, not able to do so there, so it'll be sent right back in by Williams. Picked up by the Cyclones back in their own zone. Trying to cycle it through here for a moment to get themselves reset. They'll kill off about 30 seconds worth of power play time here after the holding call against Pauly. 8:10 now remaining here in this first period. 1-0 your score. Picked up now by the Cyclones. Entering into the zone. Paulus shot. Save made by Bonnet once more. Puck bounces all the way back towards center ice. Goes all the way down. Paulus will pick it up here as the Generals will get a line change here with about 1:10 remaining on the penalty kill. Ren first tries to send it right back in. Can't do it there as the puck enters into the General zone. Paulus now trying to kick it down low. Not able to do so here for a moment. He'll actually pick it up and go around the backside of the net now. Flying around the backside, he'll look for a passing lane. Stops himself at the far dot. Able to make the player Printer in front fall down as he'll go across to Musfeld. His shot. Kick save made once more by Bonnet. And we'll stop here for a moment now as the net came off its poles with 7:33 remaining in the period. Apologize once more here for the issues that were happening earlier. I promise we should be able to have everything now back in working order. There should be no issues now. Face off to the right-hand side of Bonnet with about 49 seconds remaining on the power play. Puck is dropped. Able to tie up for it there as Printers will have Braden Spears kick it forward. Good work from him as he tries to make the tough play. Puck makes its way up to the blue line. Cyclones will have to just send it right back. Picking it up in their own zone. Able to chip it past Printer. Kraft picks it up in his own zone. Looking. Pass goes straight across now as they'll try and enter into the zone once more. Sends it ahead. Able to bat that one down for a moment. Will be Fleck as the puck bounces over into the close corner. Makes his way back out towards central ice once more. Moore now in his own zone. Cycling. Trying to find a passing lane. Can't do it there as Printer will try and get in his way. Makes his way to the backside of the net now with 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Spears will try and chase him down. Hands it up now to the far boards. Entering into the zone will be the Cyclones. Dumps it towards the front of the net. Intercepted, though, by Fleck as he'll send it all the way down onto the stick for a moment there. It almost looked like by Keith. Instead, he'll let it go as that will be the end of the penalty for the Generals. They're able to kill it off cleanly. Picked up now by Imler. At center ice now will take it himself and send it all the way down onto the stick of Keith, who chips it off now to one of his defenders. Sending it up across center ice. Intercepted, though, once more by Imler. Imler now sends it right back towards the Cyclone zone. Instead, his pass intercepted here for a moment now as he was trying to be sent back by Williams. Picked up now by Fleck. Hands it off to the close boards now as Imler will try and chip it ahead. Able to do so here now as the puck goes all the way to the back side of the net, and Keith will pick it up and hand it off now to Cahoon. He'll send it around now to the far boards. Fleck will intercept. Antonio Fleck sends it down low, trying to get it onto the stick there for a moment of Williams. Makes his way to the back side of the net now as Cabela sends it around. Intercepted by the Cyclones, though. They'll try and make the long stretch pass. Did so for a moment there, but nobody in the black jersey able to pick it up cleanly, as Fleck will be the one to pick it up. Antonio Fleck now makes his way over to the far boards. Can't pick it up there for a moment. His bodies tumble over on the far boards. Williams sends it around now towards Jurczyk on the close side. He'll try and chip it ahead. Cyclones keep possession, though, here for a moment now, as the Generals try and get it out once more. Not able to do so here is Kalbfeld, who took the penalty earlier to give the Generals the power play. They weren't able to convert on that one. Shot blocked out and right in front by Kalbfeld as the shot went right off the back of his legs. Picked up now by Cabela. He'll dump it onto the stick of Keith, who hands it off once more here to Moore. Moore now in his own zone. Sends it ahead now on the close board. Cyclones trying to get it out once again here. Able to do so now over to the far corner. Dumping it down towards the backside of the net as the Cyclones will try and go for a line change here. They'll get one indeed. Picked up now by Williams. He'll send it around towards the far board. Spears trying to get involved. Not able to get a piece of that one, though, as it's picked up by Cahoon once again. Possible shot opportunity. Blocker save made once more by Bonnet. McGuire there trying to see if he could beat Bonnet, able to use that big body of his once more to stay in the way. As he will keep this at a one-goal possession here late in the first period. A little over 5 minutes remaining here. Cahoon steps in against Printer. Picked up now by Blazinski. Sends it over to the far boards. Able to make it past the first forward, but intercepted here by the Cyclones. Redirected on front. Puck is still loose over on the side of the net. Referee couldn't see it, though, and that will be a stoppage here with 4:53 remaining. Referee in the far corner couldn't see where the puck was at. The net did also come off its poles there for a minute. I wonder if that was the reason why he went ahead and did that. Nonetheless, bounced off that side there for a moment. And gives the Generals a defensive zone draw here. Face off to the left-hand side of Bonnet as he continues to mess around with the post there for a moment, just trying to make sure it all looks clean and nice. As Printer will step in once more against Cahoon. Printer fires it over to the far boards, trying to get a hold of it there is Blazinski. As Printer will be able to send it all the way down, but this one will most likely go for an icing. It will. With 4:45 now remaining here in the period. Still 1-0 your score after the lone goal by Caden Cahoon. Gives the Cyclones the early 1-0 lead. Printer versus Carter Cahoon now in the dot. Face-off, one right into Bonnet's chest, and we'll have another face-off. The infinitely long first period, ladies and gentlemen. It's always the curse of hockey. Printer will step in once more here against Cahoon. There's about 500 between both sides. Is Printer able to win this one now? He'll be the winner of this face-off draw. Pauly now enters into the Cyclone zone, trying to use that speed of his as he'll try and make the shot. He picks up his rebound, able to get it off the blocker of Keith, who's able to knock it away. Picked up now by the Cyclones in their own zone. Chipping it ahead once more to the likes of Cahoon. And not able to keep that one in, though, will be the likes of Williams as he was trying to keep it in the zone. Bounced off his stick weirdly, though, and bounced out. Picked up by the Cyclones now in their own zone. Looking for a passing lane. Sends it far up the boards. Picking up, though, will be Carter Cahoon, who they're going to call off sides. It was Caden Cahoon, sorry. The brother of Carter, as he was a little too antsy, trying to see if he could get that line picked up. But unfortunately for him, took too many steps, and now the Generals will have a face-off right in front of their bench. Excuse me, it'll go all the way down, actually, as they said he was a little too premature, and it'll go all the way down with an offensive zone draw here for the Generals. As Connor Williams will step into the dot here, across from Musfeld. Puck is dropped. Able to win it forward will be Musfeld. Moore tries to dump it off the far boards, takes a weird bounce there off the guardrail, and he'll be able to chip it ahead towards the General zone. Antonio Fleck now makes his way over to the far corners. He'll get pinned for it on the backside for a moment there as the pass goes out in front. Nobody there in a black jersey, though, to pick that one up. Imler will dump it out. Good work there from the forward turn defenseman here for the 16U squad due to all these injuries and illnesses. Now picked up by Cabela. Too many black jerseys in the way, though, as he tried to go through multiple bodies. Can't get through that one, though, with about 3:40 remaining here in the first. Still 1-0 your score as the bodies go flying there on the close corner. Imler will try and get in the way of Musfelt. Gets a piece of it, but back picks it up. And Musfelt was a little too early there, and that will be an offsides with 3:32 remaining here in the period. Cyclones still lead 1-0 here late in this first period of action. Cummings will step in across from Connor Williams. Puck is dropped. Cummings able to win it back. Trying to send it up the close boards now. Goes all the way down to the backside of the net as Lucas Bonnet will let Antonio Fleck pick this one up. Fleck now sends it over to the close boards. Able to keep it ahead once more now as it's picked up by Cabela. Cabela now tries to chip it off the close boards. Able to get it indeed, but not able to get past all the black jerseys in front of him as here comes once more the Cyclones. Trying to keep the blue line there for a moment. Good work by Pauly to use the body to keep him away for a second there. Puck makes its way over to the close boards. Now is back. Trying to see if he can find a passing lane. Instead, sends it around to the backside of the net. Cyclones trying to keep possession here with about 3 minutes remaining in the first. Still 1-0 your score. Puck makes his way over to the close boards now as both sides continue to dig forward in the close corner. Generals will win out the battle. Printer ahead now towards the likes of Williams. All the way up now as Pauly will try and chase this one down. Not able to do so there as Back is able to win it away. Sends it up the far boards now will be Fleck. In his own zone, tries to go forward with it. Instead, intercepted by Cummings. Possible 2-on-1 opportunity. Pass goes across. Nobody, though, there to be able to pick that one up as he was trying to hit the likes of Cahoon once more. Bounces around towards center ice. Now picked up by Braden Spears. Spears now makes his way over to the close boards. He'll send it around towards the backside of the net. A little slow roller, though, will allow the Cyclones to pick that one up. Almost got put in a headlock there for a moment. There was the likes of Pauly. Back on the backside of the net there for a moment would be both sides as the puck makes its way over the close corner. Trying to chip it ahead. Will so indeed now to Cahoon. Cahoon now one-on-one with Blazinski. Shot right into the chest for a moment there. Bonnet, who thought he still had it. He'll stick it away once more as another shot opportunity goes off his legs. Pick them up by the Generals. Long stretch pass out to Pauly. Pauly one-on-one with the goaltender. Tried to go backhand. Couldn't do it as he got stick lifted from behind by the defense. Blazinski can't keep the blue line here. Here comes the Cyclones now once more. 1-on-2 possibility. Goes around the defender. Shot save made once more by Bonnet. Pauly now trying to kick it ahead. Does so indeed here as the pendulum keeps swinging with about 1:45 remaining here in the first. Cyclones still lead 1-0. Puck makes its way over the close boards now. Is trying to kick it ahead once more. Will be Cahoon. Enters into the zone. Looking for a shot. That one redirected off the skates of Blazinski. Goes wide. On the close boards now. Both sides digging forward as he makes his way over towards the blue line. Blazinski needs a line change here. Puck makes his way over into the center ice. Cahoon picks it up once more. The lone goal scorer here tonight. Hands it off to his brother who gets it right back to him now. Carter Cahoon enters into the zone. Shot right into the chest of Bonnet once more. He hangs on. 1:15 now remaining here in this first period of action. Still 1-0 your score. As we'll have a face-off now to the right-hand side of Lucas Bonnet. Puck is dropped. Able to win it back here will be the Generals as they'll try and get it out. Can't do so indeed. Pass down front. They chip it past Bonnet and score. Ryan Kraft Jr. able to find the back of the net as he was battling for it in front with the likes of Antonio Fleck. Able to outbody him away. Bonnet trying to get a piece of it. Wasn't able to, though, as the little flick pass shot was able to beat him under his left armpit, and that will make it a 2-0 game for the Cyclones. 1:08 now remaining here in the period. Puck is dropped. Able to win it forward will be the Generals as a hit there at the blue line. Keeps Printer away from the puck. Right in front of the Cyclones bench. Picked up now by the Cyclones once more. Trying to enter into the zone. Able to do so here for a moment. Shot right into the chest of Bonnet once again here with about 55 seconds remaining in the period. 2-0 your score now after the goal by the likes of Ryan Kraft Jr. and Caden Cahoon gives the Cyclones the early lead. Face off, one back by the Generals. Flex sends it around now down to the close boards. Able to keep it in, though, will be Connolly. Tries to get it down to the close dot. Intercepted, though, by Pauly, who lets it bounce to Imler, who tries to find Printer with the long stretch pass. Instead, it bounces over his stick. No icing the call, though. They'll say Printer got a piece of it. Lays the body there on the backside of the net for a moment as it makes his way up the close boards. Imler trying to keep the zone, not able to do so there. As currently looking like he's a little hurt there is Pauly. He's going over to the bench. He's leaned over. I think he hit something to his hand. The Generals are always shorthanded here tonight. You can't be losing any more bodies at this point. It's picked up by Kraft. Kraft losing it there on the stick handle move as Spears is able to put him on his backside for a moment, but the Cyclones put it right back towards center ice. Now Imler in his own zone, looking to stretch it ahead towards Spears. Spears chips it into the backside of the zone. 15 seconds remaining here in the period. Generals just trying to see if they can get one more pass or shot opportunity on. Not able to do so here, though, as the Cyclones are able to get it out for a moment, but not before the Generals keep the blue line. 5 seconds remaining here as Yurchik will try and battle it out there in the far corner. 2 seconds remaining, and that will end the first period. So 2-0 your score here as we'll enter into that second period of play. As we'll take a quick break here to let these two teams take a moment and get their breath back. We'll take a quick break as well here. 2-0 your score here from the New England Sports Village here in Attleboro, Massachusetts for the 16U matchup between the Northeast Generals Academy and the Cyclones Academy. We'll be right back after this quick break. Hello, everyone. Welcome back here to the New England Sports Village here in Attleboro, Massachusetts, as we get ready for this second period of action here between the Northeast Generals Academy 16U squad and the Cyclones 16U Academy as well. So we apologize for the couple of issues that we're just having there with the wire. It'll be okay here as we're just trying to get it fixed. We got it all right here. And the face-off is won back by the Generals. Yurchik tied up for a moment here. Still tied up. Still has a stick underneath his armpits there. No calls will be made as the Cyclones chip it back towards center ice. Cummings now intercepted by Imler. Puck stuck in his skates there for a moment. Is now trying to dig it out. Will be Yurchik. Still digging forward here both sides. It'll be one out by the Cyclones. Across now to Moore on the close side. Tries to find a passing lane up the close boards. Does so indeed here as he'll sump it all the way down towards the general zone. Picked up for a moment there by the likes of Fleck as he's able to lay the body too on the reverse hit. Back across now to Fleck. Antonio Fleck makes his way across center ice now as he'll try and go through all the defenders. Does for a moment here, but too many red bodies in the way. So he'll try and get a shot off. Can't do it though as Fleck's another shot. That one blocked it up in the air. Bunch of jumping bodies everywhere as Moore will be the one who gloves it down and chips it ahead as Pauly tries to keep it in the zone. It was a hand pass there, it looked like, but no calls made by the referee. Continuing play here as the puck goes all the way down to the backside of the Cyclones net. No icing called here as somebody got a piece of that one on the way down. Puck makes its way into center ice. Kulpfeld now crosses center ice, sends it down low to the backside of the net. No icing called as he sends it, picked up the middle line as it'll go all the way around now to the close boards. Godry sends it around towards the backside. Imler now on the weird bounce. I think it bounced off the referee's skates as the puck goes all the way across now, trying to find the likes of Pauly, but not able to do so there as offsides will be called against the Cyclones as they were mid-line change. 2-0 your score now as we currently stand. Ryan Kraft Jr. and Caden Kuhun finding the 2 goals already tonight to give them the early lead. Puck is dropped, able to win it back will be the Generals. Blazinski, fly ball out towards the right field side essentially as he makes his way over the close corner. Picked up now by Printer as he enters into the zone. Tries to go backhand with it, not able to though as Carter Cahoon got a stick in his legs. Picked up now by the likes of Cahoon once more. Digging for it there as Cahoon takes a tumble back towards his own zone. Picked up by Printer now as he'll enter into the zone. Gets it across now to Pauly. His shot blocked off the stick there for a moment of the Cyclone in front. Bouncing around in the Cyclone zone is going to start getting a little more physical here. Picked up now by Cahoon. Enters into the zone. Tries to go around the likes of Fleck. Does so indeed. Pass across to his brother Cahoon as well. Not able to get onto his stick though as the likes of Caden to Carter wasn't able to get through cleanly. Picked up now by the Generals. They'll try and dump it out. Imler goes for another swing at it. Able to get it ahead once more. Picked up now by the Cyclones. Sending it all the way back down to the backside of the Generals net. Bonnet will hand it off to Blazinski. Blazinski now checks his lanes. Tries to make the long stretch pass ahead to Pauly. Couldn't find him though as it'll be intercepted once more by the Cyclones. Across now for the moment to Colangelo. Colangelo intercepted by the Generals. Was able to keep the line. Will be Spears. His shot right into the chest of Keith. And that will be a hit at the very end there with 14:38 remaining in the period. Two to nothing your score here. The Cyclones lead through about a period in 3 minutes worth of time here. A little under 3 minutes, more like 2.5, but nonetheless. As Williams will step into the dot and tries to win it back. Instead, it'll go to the backside of the corner as the Cyclones will win it. Back now, picks it up on the far boards. Trying to see if he can find a lane. Gets it ahead now to Musfeld. Musfelt enters into the general zone, tries to make his way towards the center. Imler with a good stick in the lane as that puck makes its way over the close boards. Trying to get it down low. High sticking is going to be called here for a moment as the Generals will have to wait to pick this one up. Imler would chip it ahead for a moment, now to Yurchik. Picked up, though, by the likes of the Cyclones back in their own zone. Kicked ahead once more here towards Trent. Not able to get, towards Kraft Jr. Picked up for a moment now by the Generals in their own zone. Handoff now here to Williams. Williams makes his way up the close boards now, so he'll try and get the shot onto Keith. Puck was loose for a moment there, but he'll just hop on top of it with 14:02 remaining here in the period. Face off now to the right-hand side of the goaltender, Jamison Keith. Printer tries to win it back, makes his way over to the far board, sent back down low by the Cyclones. Back now, tries to chip it out. Instead, Imler picks it up, shot right into the glove of Keith. He will hang on. General showing some offensive prowess here on this left-hand side, as you can see, as maybe it's just the left-hand side of our ice is now just the offensive zone. The General's finding a lot of pressure here early on. So we'll get another offensive zone draw here in the Cyclone zone. Face off to the left-hand side of Keith. Printer tries to win it back, gets a little bit of help for a moment there by the likes of Spears, who sends it off and down to the backside of the net. Chasing after this one, Pauly. Trying to kick it out once more will be the Cyclones, so the puck makes its way over to the far boards. Back now, tries to send it up the close boards, not able to there for a moment, as Cummings will now try and do it as well. Puck stays in the Cyclone zone. Neither team really able to get possession here as it makes its way to the backside of Pauly. Pauly trying to send it off the backside of the net, accidentally hits it off the netting there as it'll stay in the backside. Imler now shot, rebound is still loose as Keith knocked it down with a glove. Puck is still up, bouncing around towards the backside of the net. Picked up now once more by the Cyclones. Chips it ahead here for a moment to Caden Cahoon. Caden Cahoon now, or excuse me, that's Kolbfeld. Kolbfeld now enters into the zone. Shot right into the chest of Bonnet, and it'll be knocked away by the Generals. Able to keep the zone, though, once more will be the Cyclones. Picked up now by Cummings. Makes his way over to the far dot now, making his way forward. Stick handling, goes around with the backhander. Can't get a shot off cleanly, though, so we'll go around the backside of the net. He tries to get a shot on in front. Can't do it there, though, as the Generals are able to chip it ahead. Printer now trying to kick it out. Not able to do so there as the Cyclones send it right back in. Still digging for it back in the General zone. They'll kick it ahead now all the way down to the backside of the Cyclones net for an icing. 12:49 remaining here in this second period of action. 2-0 your score. The Cyclones lead. Carter Cahoon, the brother who has not scored here yet tonight, will go against Connor Williams in the dot. Williams wins it over to the close corner, but picked up now by the Cyclones. Shot right off the shoulder of Bonnet, who's real close up on that pole to make sure that puck doesn't skirt through. Still digging for it there in the close corner of both sides. Williams now tries to hand it off. Can't do so indeed. Blazinski, though, will pick up the loose puck as he made his way to the front of the net. Sends it off the close boards. Now as Moore will let it bounce past him and go all the way down into the Cyclone zone for another icing. .12:29 now remaining in the second period. Generals still down by 2. Face off to the left-hand side of Bonnet. Puck is dropped. Generals able to win it over to the close boards now, so they'll try and chip it ahead. Not able to get it past the blue line for a moment there before it finally is picked up by the likes of Cabela. 2-on-1 possibility here. Cabela shot. Rebound is still loose in front of the goaltender. Still sitting in the crease. Able to get it back the way, though, as the Cyclones defense was able to kick it away. Cahoon now tries to get it ahead. Not able to as the Generals keep possession once more. Cabela now. Another shot. That one went wide. Picked up by Blazinski near the blue line. His shot going across to Cabela, who couldn't tip it into the backside of the net as it went over the head. Picked up by Cabela once more at the far dot. Trying to get a backhander. Does so indeed. Puck is still loose. They score! Hunter Yurchik able to clean it up, and the Generals get themselves on the board. Two to one now your score here in the second period. Hunter Yurchik able to clean up the rebound and find the back of the net. Keith not able to chop on top of that one, unfortunately for him, and the Generals get themselves within 1. Printer will step into the dot here across from the likes of Musfelt. Musfelt wins it back. Cyclones back in their own zone now, trying to find a passing lane will be the likes of Moore. Tries to chip it ahead. Intercepted, though, by Spears for a moment there, but he gets it knocked off his stick as Musfeld got in the way. Still digging for it at center ice here as both sides just scrambling for it. Musfeld will pick up the possession and try and go around the defenders. Did for a moment there as the puck goes to the backside of the net. Kraft Jr. now trying to get it ahead to Musfeld. Does so indeed. A shot from Connolly. Got a piece of it on the glove, though. Once more is Bonnet. Puck makes its way into the close corner now. Both sides digging for it. Neither team really able to pick up possession here as they'll continue to just string at it here for a moment. Now is finally picked up. Will be Kraft Jr. Puck makes his way up to the far boards. Able to keep possession here for a moment will be the Cyclones. Intercepted, though, once more by Pauly. Gets it into center ice here as now the Cyclones will have to set up. Goes across to Moore. Spears trying to commit some pressure here as it goes right across now once more. Kraft Jr. now trying to see if he can get up to the blue line. He goes a little too far past him, and that will result in an icing. 11:01 here remaining in this second period of action. Hunter Yurchik, the lone goal scorer here for the Generals, but able to get them within one here as he's able to pick up the loose puck in the crease to find the back of the net. Puck is dropped. Able to win it back once more will be the Cyclones. Kraft sends it around to the close corner. Sends it, bounces weirdly off the ice there, but able to kick it ahead once more will be Cummings. Entering into the zone here are the Cyclones. Get it bounced off his stick, though. It's good work by Fleck to keep that one away. Cyclones kind of keep possession here once more, trying to see if they can get that pressure rolling here in the second period. They're only now ahead by one. Back towards their own zone. Sends it off the far boards now. Imler will intercept. Zach Imler now floats it over to the close corner as Pauly will try and chip it ahead off the close boards. Digging for it here at center ice. Printer will be the one that picks it up and crosses the blue line. Makes his way now right in front of his own bench. Across now for the moment to Pauly. He has to try and reset. He'll drop it off now to Fleck. Fleck, wrist shot, goes off the stick in front of somebody in a Cyclones jersey as Fleck will try and keep it in the zone. Can't do it there. He'll have to reset back in his own territory. 10-10 now remaining here in the second period. Generals down by one. Picked up now by Gooden. Gooden intercepts, enters back into the General zone. Slap shot, that one went high. Bounces off the backside of the net now. It just sits there as he'll get a little bit of assistance from the likes of Bonnet. Williams now in his own zone. Tries to send it over towards the Cyclones bench. Trying to keep it in the zone for a moment. There was Gooden, but can't do it there as Yurchik chips it in. He's the lone goal scorer here for the Generals tonight. Able to keep it in the zone for a moment there is Spears as he'll let his teammates get a change for him. Williams now digging for it right in the Cyclone zone as he'll kick it ahead and Cummings will intercept. On the backside of his own net, Cummings gets his pass intercepted by the likes of Spears, though. Bouncing around in their own zone here. Neither team really able to pick it up for a moment as it continues to float towards the blue line. Generals, though, able to keep it right back in. Good work by Fleck. Pass goes across. Nobody, though, in a white jersey to pick that one up. Cabela now on the far boards. Continuing to be that pestering player now as it's intercepted, though, by the Cyclones. They bat it down and go the other way. Here comes Cummings now. His shot stuck away once more by Bonnet, who picks it up in his glove and hangs on. 9:15 now remaining here in this second period. Generals down by one, but Hunter Yurchik brings it within one as he picks up the loose puck in the zone. Caden Cohoon and Ryan Kraft Jr., the lone goal scorers here for the Cyclones. Puck is dropped. Able to win it once more is Cohoon. Puck makes his way over to the close boards now as the Cyclones trying to keep possession. Not able to do so, though, as the Generals kick it out. Sending it down towards the Cyclones net as Keith will have it bounce off his stick, pick it up himself, and hang on. 9:03 now remaining here in this second period. Puck is dropped. Tied up for a moment there in the dot as Cabela will pick it up. Cabela now making his way to the backside of the net, trying to get a pass on front to Williams, but unfortunately for him, had his stick lifted as now here come the Cyclones. 3-on-2 possibility. Williams able to get back, though. Pass goes in front. Not able to get anybody, though, in a black jersey as Bonnet will stick it away, and that one will go up and out of play with 8:48 remaining. I mentioned earlier that Hayden Pauly looked like he was a little hurt before in that first period. He seems to be doing okay right now as well as he makes his way back onto the ice. He doesn't seem to be in any form of pain as the puck is dropped for a moment there. Never mind, it'll be a bit of a false start. Puck is dropped finally. Generals now able to get it out of the zone. Here comes Braden Spears now on the close boards. Able to make his way around the first defenders. He'll look for the lane. He shoots. He scores! What an odd angle goal by the likes of Braden Spears. A gorgeous shot there. Braden Spears almost goes coast to coast with it. Beats the goaltender Keith over his right shoulder, and that will make it a 2-2 game. Face off at center ice here for a moment now as Printer able to kick it back. Puck makes his way onto the stick for a moment there. Spears able to chip it ahead once more. Puck makes his way all the way to the backside of the net now is picked up by the Cyclones. Digging for it there right into the backside of the net now will be both sides. You'll see a little bit of pushing and shoving there on the backside as well though as the Cyclones try and chip it ahead. Able to do so here for a moment. There's Printer has it bounce off him awkwardly there, and he'll have to take a tumble for a moment. Generals, though, able to kick it right back out. Broken stick there for the likes of somebody, I believe, in a black jersey. I'm not sure who. Picked up now by the Generals. Trying to take a shot on, almost trying to send it around the backside of the net was Printer, but Bonnet has it bounce off his legs almost. Picked up now by the Cyclones in center ice. Still digging for both sides. Physicality starting to get bigger here now as it'll be picked up by Keith on the backside of his own net. Sends it up, floating it towards center ice. Instead, it got batted down for a moment here by the likes of Printer. Trying to kick it ahead, Musfelt. Able to do so here for a moment now as it's picked up by Kraft. Kraft now gets it across to Musfelt once more. Shot save made once more by Bonnet on the kick save. Trying to get over on the rebound. Not able to do so, though, once more will be Ray Kraft Jr. Puck makes his way over to the far corner now as Kraft sends it down low to the far side. Picked up by Printer. He'll send it over to the close boards now as Braden Spears, who has the tying goal here tonight, tries to kick it out. Can't do it there, though. He's able to finally get it towards center ice. Spears now enters into the zone once more. 2-on-1 possibility for him. Tries to go with a backhander to Pauly. Couldn't pick it up, though. Pauly now at the far dot. Trying to get a pass across to Fleck. Fleck now at the blue line. Tries to go with another pass across. Couldn't find the likes of Williams. He put a little too much air on that one. Williams drop pass now to Yurchik. He had the first goal here for the Generals tonight. Cabela now. Sent it back down low to the far corner. Sending it over to the backside of the net now. Intercepted by the Cyclones. So try and chip it out of their own zone. Do so indeed here now as it's a 2-2 game. A little under 7 minutes remaining here in the second. Kolbfeld now. Exit out of his own zone. Able to go around the likes of Williams, but Williams able to get a stick in the way. Yurchik now tries to chip it forward. Gets it handed off to Williams. In front to Cabela. At the far dot. Shot. Couldn't get it cleanly off, though. It's good work in the front of the way there by Polius. Picked up now by the likes of Thunberg. Puck makes its way towards center ice here as the Generals will be the one to intercept. Fleck across now to Imler. Imler looking, can't get the pass across here as it will be picked up though by Cabela. Good work from him there to go around all the defenders. Looking for a shot, blocked off in front once more though by Polius. Puck intercepted once more here by Kraft. Able to get it into center ice but picked up by Fleck once more. Imler now trying to go across to Williams but not able to find him cleanly as that one almost went through his legs. Able to go for it now on the close boards. Polius now makes his way across the ice to the far side. Enters into the zone, makes his way to the far dot. Goes down low, tries to drop it to somebody there in a black jersey. It'll be Cummings who picks it up. His shot blocked down front by multiple sticks. A little under 6 minutes now remaining here in the second period. 2-2 now your score. Sending it down once more here. Both sides will try and chase after this one. Poli able to beat out the icing. Good work from him to use those legs. Puck makes his way over to the close corner now as the Cyclones try and chip it forward once more. Not able to do so here as the Generals keep it right back in. Picked up now by the likes of Cummings. Sending it now towards the backside of the Generals net now as there will be no icing as they picked up the center line. Imler will pick it up with 5:35 remaining here. 2-2 still your score after the goal by Braden Spears. Imler taken down as he got his legs caught with somebody else here. Trying to go forward with it now once more Cummings. Tries to go with a Michigan attempt there but not able to pick it up cleanly. Is getting in the stick though was Fleck. Puck makes his way towards the backside of the net now. Printer. Tries to chip it ahead now to Imler. Imler now not able to get it up to Fleck as multiple bodies just continue to dig for this puck here. As it goes up to the blue line for a moment here. Is able to keep it in once more. Will be the likes of Gogner. Sending it right back down low now towards Caden Cahoon. Tries to go with a chip on the backside of the net. No way, not able to pick it up cleanly for a moment there, but he'll get it up to the blue line now to Colangelo. His shot blocked down front once more by multiple white jerseys. A little under 5 minutes remaining here now as the Cyclones trying to mount the pressure. Tied hockey game here between these two sides at 2 apiece. Cahoon once more. Sends it up now over to the far boards here for a moment. He'll send it right back down low. Intercepted though by the Generals. Here comes Braden Spears now with Colangelo in front of him. Spears now tries to go around the defender. Can't do it there as he got it stuck in his skates there as the Generals will try and keep the blue line. Able to do so here for a moment now as the puck makes its way down low. On the close boards now as the Generals try and keep it ahead. Not able to do so, though, as Antonio Fleck picks it up. Has to wait for his teammates to get back on sides. Good work by Fleck, though, to keep it in, and is able to get back into the zone. Tries to send it down low to the close corner. Once more, good work by Fleck to try and keep that possession going. Able to get it out, though. Good work by the Cyclones to get it out. Now picked up by the likes of Williams. Across here for a moment to Yurchik. Now up to Cabela. Cabela now on the close board. Not able to pick up that possession as Colangelo now picks it up on the far side. Cabela picks his pocket though as Williams gets it up now towards Blazinski. Blazinski at the blue line. His shot. Able to try and get a piece of that one was Cabela, but it went too far. Picked up now by the likes for a moment here of Hoskins. Hoskins not able to get a clear. Sent right back in once more. Here will be Williams. Cabela needs a change. Puck bounces off the backside of the net there. The weird bounce off the backside of the net. Spears now Can't pick that one up as it'll be picked up once more here by the shot save made once again. A shot there by Owen Renfers. We haven't said his name very often here tonight, but that's okay, as Renfers now dumps it right back into the Cyclone zone. 3:35 now remaining here in the period. Cyclones need a change. Generals won't allow it here as they continue to apply the pressure. Picked up for a moment here in the far corner now by Colangelo. He's digging forward now with Williams. Williams gets a stick on it as it goes all the way over the far corner. Generals continue to apply pressure here. They found their mode here in the second period. Now tied this game up at 2 apiece. Spears now digging for it with the likes of Gooden. Gooden now with Williams. Still digging for it here as it makes its way up to the blue line. Renfers, wrist shot, goes wide of Keith. He tried to get a glove on it, couldn't do it there. Puck makes its way to the close corners. Pass out in front. Nobody in a white jersey, though, to pick it up. Cyclones trying to get it clear. Can't do it again here as Blazinski's able to get in the way. Finally gets it past the blue line here as the Generals have to get back on side, but send it right back in once more here. The defensive pairing here for the Cyclones has to be exhausted. Puck goes out towards center ice. It'll be intercepted once more by the Generals. Able to go right back in once more. Here's Pulley. His shot blocked down front once more now by Cahoon. Cahoon picks it up, tries to cross center ice, can't do it once more here. He'll pick it up, though, on the bouncing puck and make his way across center ice. You're going to have to get a change here if the Cyclones. Imler now bats it out of the air, tries to chip it towards the bench. Able to do so here for a moment now. Is trying to get to the bench will be Cahoon. He does so indeed. Finally able to get some fresh legs will be the Cyclones. Puck makes its way up to the close boards. Here's the Generals trying to get it out. Can't do so indeed as the shot goes wide. Picked up once more there in the far corner. Not able to get it cleanly though as Renfers gets in the way. Still digging for it both sides on the backside of the net now. Renfers in the far corner. Not able to pick that one up as it's intercepted by Cahoon. Pass goes out in front. Nobody though home in the black jersey though. Shot save made once more by Bonnet off the glove hand side. Digging for it now in the close corner. Cahoon sends it around to the backside of the net now for a moment here. To the likes of Polius. Puck makes its way over the close side now is back. Keeps it in the zone, picks it up at the blue line. His shot batted out of the air in front for a moment there, but it goes too wide as he was trying to see if he could just chip it down. Puck makes its way to the far boards now, picked up once more by Moore. His shot right into the glove of opponent once more. Another kick save off the rebound. Puck is still loose in the crease. No one can pick it up, but another shot. That one went wide once more. A scramble there in the General zone. Minute 30 now remaining here in the period. Puck makes his way up to the blue line. Back now, sends it right back in onto the stick there for a moment of Bonnet, who's just going to let it hold in his glove for a moment, then hand it off to the likes of Imler. Taking for it now in his own zone. Imler, fly ball towards center field, intercepted once more though by Back. Tries to pick up the lane, has a tumble there for a moment, and it gives him an offsides with a minute 14 remaining in the period. 2-2 now your score here between the Generals and the Cyclones, with a little under a minute 15 remaining in the period. If you look across from us as well here over on that left-hand side for the Generals, you can see some of the 18U players just watching and helping out. The puck makes its way back in the General zone after the faceoff. Imler trying to make a cross-ice pass. Intercepted by Musfeldt now. His shot, it goes through! Musfeldt with a nice shot after the interception. Imler trying to float it out. Musfeldt able to knock it down, though, and make the back of the net. About a minute 4 remaining here in the period. It now gives the Cyclones a 3-2 lead. Ben Musfeldt with a beautiful shot there. It hits off both posts. What would have been a nice little game-winning goal there if he was playing post, but nonetheless. As Williams tries to win this one back, not able to do so. There's Kraft Jr. hands it up to Musfeldt. His shot right off the chest of Bonnet. Puck makes his way now to the front of the net for a moment, but makes his way now over the close corners. The Cyclones trying to get a pass ahead. Musfeldt, another shot. Got a piece of that one, I believe, was Williams. Puck makes his way over the far corner now is Jurczyk. Tries to hand it ahead to Williams, digging for it both sides there on that far boards. Williams able to chip it ahead for a moment here, but the Cyclones battling to keep it in. Able to do so now with 39 seconds remaining here in the period. Singing around now towards the far boards. Not able to keep possession here as it'll be picked up once more by Thunberg. His shot blocked down front by the Generals. Intercepted, though, by Back. Gets it across now for a moment to Musfeldt. He has the go-ahead goal here for the Cyclones. Passes it back towards his own zone to Tucker. Tucker now tries to send it off the far boards. Intercepted, though, by Printer at the far dot. His shot blocked out in front. Bouncing puck over in the far boards. Cabela tries to get it up to the blue line. Here comes Musfeldt now. Exit out of the zone. Tries to get it around the likes of Fleck, who's able to send it around past the blue line for a moment. It'll be called offsides with 7 seconds remaining in the period. 3-2 now your score. The Cyclones lead after the goal by the likes of Ben Musfeldt. His 8th point now in 8th point now in 9 games. His 6th goal of the year. Puck is dropped. Able to win it back will be the Generals. Picked up now by Fleck. He'll chip it towards center ice, and that will end the period. 3-2 now your score here when we come back for that third period. Generals will have to see what they can go ahead and do here. Excuse me, that maybe will be the end of it. It will be here for a moment now, as that will end it here. The Cyclones able to come away with this one here for the moment now, as the score sits at 3-2. They'll try and get the ice cut here for the moment now. We'll take a quick break here for the moment. I believe that was the final. I'm not sure here. The usual times that we had was 22 and a half minutes for our usual matchups. I was not informed if we were playing 3 or 2 periods. I assumed it was 3 with a 17-minute clock time here, but we'll see here in just a moment, and you'll find out if we go ahead and end stream or not. But with that, we'll take the quick break here. 3-2 if currently we stand. The Cyclones lead over the Generals. We'll be right back after this quick break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to the New England Sports Village. I'm full of crap. Okay, so we are going to continue for this third period of action here. The Cyclones still leading over this General squad, currently 3-2, thanks to the likes of Ben Musfeldt, who scored that last goal late in that second period as the teams just needed to get off for the ice cut. So the two teams will make their back out to the ice once more. The two teams get ready here once again. Here the Cyclones now on the right-hand side, again in their red helmets with black jerseys. Generals in their white helms with white jerseys and navy blue pants. Bonnet makes his way back into his crease. Same thing with Mr. Jamison Keith. The two teams make their way back out onto the ice once more. Face-off now at center dot. It will be the likes of Printer, this time against the likes of Ryan Kraft Jr. 17 minutes now put up on the clock here for this third period of action between these two sides once more. Puck is dropped. General's able to win it back here as Imler will hand it off towards Flack. Flack gets his stick taken away from him here for a moment. It's the shot right off the front of Bonnet. Picked up the rebound, though, for a moment there. Will be the likes for a moment of Leland Gooden, and the post came off once more here. And we will have a stoppage with 16:48 remaining in the period. That left net over on that left-hand side has had some issues here between both goaltenders of coming off its post. Obviously, Lucas Bonnet, the tall, big goaltender that he is, probably putting a little bit more weight on it. But nonetheless, the face-off is won forward by the Generals. There goes Spears now on the far board. Tries to make it past the likes of Gooden as the puck goes all the way to the backside of the Cyclone zone. Pauly now hands it over to the far boards. Kraft tries to get it ahead to Musfeldt, but it'll be intercepted by the likes of Fleck, who sends it off the boards there. I think he got a piece of the referee, but it'll be sent right back down towards the backside of the net. Pauly now digging for it with Gooden. Makes his way over the close corner now as both sides dig for it once more. Generals trying to put it back right into the zone, digging for it again here. Both sides as Pauly tries to get a shot off, can't do so cleanly as Imler trying to keep it down low, hands it off to Pauly in the close dot. Pauly, his shot blocked and goes up and out of play. 16:15 now remaining here in the period. Generals down 3-2. 3-2. Very odd 2 sounded Canadian there for a moment. Sorry about that. It's 3-2 your score. The Cyclones currently lead. Connor Williams steps into the dot, ties up for it here for a moment, but Palios tries to win it back. Can't do it there for a moment, though, as Williams picks it up, sends it across to Blazinski. His shot right into the glove of Keith, who hangs on. Face-off now to the right-hand side of Keith, as the Generals try and see if they can bring themselves back within a tie. Puck is dropped. Generals trying to win it forward, not able to do so there for a moment as the puck makes its way to the close corner. Digging for it now, the Cyclones kick it ahead towards center ice. On the close boards now for a moment, Cahoon. Gets it down low, his shot right off the shoulder of Bonnet. The rebound picked up once more by Bonnet as the Generals will try and get a clear. Not able to do so there as Colangelo keeps the blue line. Across here, another shot blocked out in front, trying to go around the likes of Bonnet. Got a leg on that one, still in the crease, goes wide. Picked up now by the Cyclones once more. Good work by Bonnet to stay up. Another shot blocks it away. Right on the red line. Bonnet got it away. Blazinski picks it up and floats it all the way down. Bounces off the stick of Keith as Lucas Bonnet retrieves his stick. He lost it there for a moment in his crease as the Generals keep it right back down low on the backside of the Cyclone zone. Good work by the Generals to keep it within a goal. Batting it down here will be Fleck. Keeps it right back in, sends it to the backside of the net now as Pauly will try and chase. Lays the hit there on the backside of the net with Congelo. Hands it off now to Printer, intercepted though by Cohen. Cahoon now. Gets it passed forward, but Imler will pick it up and keep it off the close board. Sending it right back towards the Cyclone zone as Colangelo sends it across now to Cahoon. Can't pick it up though as the Generals send it right back in thanks to Printer. Almost called too many men on the ice there for a moment with the Cyclones. Picked up now by the likes of Gooden as his pass is intercepted for a moment there. Pauly with a backhander, not able to find the rebound will be Printer as it's picked up by Cahoon once more. Cahoon now trying to go through all the defenders, able to get it ahead. Caden Cahoon on the close boards, tries to go to the front of the pass, shot, save made. What a save by Lucas Bonnet. Goes across, makes the glove hand save, had to stretch full out to make the glove. What a beautiful save by the tall, strong goaltender of Lucas Bonnet. As he'll have a face-off now to his left-hand side. Printer steps in the dots against Cumming as he'll win it back. Picked up now with the likes of Fleck. He'll chip it ahead now to Printer. Printer now with the likes of Pauly, and for the moment there, Spears will try and chip it ahead now to Pauly. Goes too far. He'll pick it up off the backside of the net. Pauly now pass out in front. Nobody in a white jersey though to pick it up. Can't keep the blue line. They'll have to reset. Fleck now passes it off to Imler. Imler tries to chip it ahead towards center. Cummings will intercept. Enters into the general zone. His shot off the glove hand of Bonnet for a moment there, who couldn't pick it up cleanly. Picked up now by back. Shot. Save made off the elbow once more. Puck on the close boards now. Enters into center ice. Cobfellow now gets it across for a moment to back. Back across now to the close boards. Picked up now with the Cyclones as they'll cross center ice and try and enter into the general zones. They'll send it down to the backside of the net. Now is Bonnet. Will hand it off to Fleck. Fleck now sends it up the close boards. Picked up by Moore. Moore now sends it now towards the backside of the net. All the way now towards the backside as will be picked up by the Generals. As will be now by Cabela. Cabela ahead towards Imler. Can't pick it up cleanly as it's intercepted once more by Moore. On the close boards now, both sides digging for it. Now is trying to get it into the general zone. They will, so indeed will be the Cyclones, but Fleck picks it up off the far boards. Sends it ahead now towards center ice. He'll try and chase this one down himself. No icing the call as Fleck will try and bring it after. Puck still floating in front of the zone for a moment there, but intercepted once more by the Cyclones as it bounces around in the far corner. Neither side can really pick up the possession here before it's finally picked up by the likes of Cummings. Able to keep it in, though, will be Imler. His shot blocked out in front off the knee pads of the Cyclones defender. Connor Williams back in his own zone. Tries to drop pass it to nobody there for a moment as Conley will pick it up and shoot it over the head of the likes of Bonnie. Picked up for a moment that by the Cyclones, so they'll try and chip it out by the Generals. Not able to do so there is Gooden, sends it off the far boards. He tried to look for a shot, instead passes it away. Kraft tried to find a pass in front, can't do it so in there indeed, as the Generals will try and chip it ahead once more. Into center ice now will be picked up by the Cyclones. Still ahead 3-2 as we currently stand as the puck makes its way to the Generals' blue line. Intercepted here for a moment as both sides continue to dig for it. Cabela goes for a change. Puck makes its way over the far boards now as Braden Spears will pick it up. Spears now hands it ahead towards Williams. Bounces off his skates down towards center ice. Thedberg now picks it up. Hands it ahead to Musfeld. Musfeld across. Trying to get onto the stick for the moment of Gooden. Intercepted by Blazinski, who chips it ahead now to Printer. Printer, cross ice pass to Pauly. Enters into the Cyclone zone. Tries to go with the pass across to Blazinski, who's cutting in. Couldn't find him, so Printer will pick it up and reset. Drops it off now to Williams. Williams now will have a stoppage called with 12:01 remaining here in the period. As we currently have a down player there on the right-hand side. I can't see who it is, unfortunately, right now. But it seems to be one of the Cyclones players. I'm not sure what caused it. I couldn't see it from where I'm sitting up here. But nonetheless, now down a player here will be the Cyclones for a moment, it looks like, as he's currently slow to get up. As that is currently the likes of what looks like Damian Thayberg. So now Damian Thayberg will make his way over to the bench for a moment here. So he'll talk to his coach here for a moment. Seems to be holding what looks like his right arm as the puck is dropped, and the Generals will win it forward here as the Cyclones will try and pick it up. Tucker now not able to pick this one up as Pauly loses it off his stick for a moment there and hands it off to Printer. Pass out in front to Spears. Couldn't get a shot off cleanly as the puck sits around on the backside of the net. Trying to get a backhander on was Printer. Can't do it there. The puck is still bouncing around in the neutral zone. Makes his way back up towards center ice. Now it will be Cahoon. Pass out in front to his brother for a moment. Carter can't get Carter and Caden right for some reason as now Spears will try and chip it ahead. Does so indeed for a moment here, but intercepted once more by the likes of McGuire. Puck makes its way to the backside of the general zone. Bazinski now picks it up. Sends it ahead to the likes of Printer. Printer now losing it here for a moment as he was battling with it with Carter Cahoon. Carter Cahoon now gets sticked away from the likes of Printer. Trying to chip it ahead off the close boards. Able to do so here now as the puck goes all the way down to the backside of the Cyclones zone. 11-10 remaining here in the third. Cyclones pick it up as the Generals try and get a change. Spears continuing to cause pressure here as Yurchik will intercept. Bounces off the far boards though as now here come the Cyclones. Possible 4-on-3 or 3-on-2 possibility for them now here. Shot save made by Bonnet as the puck bounces to the backside of the net. Picked up once more by Cahoon. Goes up to the blue line here for a moment now as it's intercepted once more by the likes of McGuire. All the way down to the backside of the net now is Cahoon. Cahoon now trying to get a pass across. Can't do it there. Good stick work in the way by the likes of Renfers. Hands it ahead now to Yurchik. Renfers going for a change. Bouncing puck around in the zone allows Cahoon to pick it up. Enters into the zone now. His shot off the blocker of Bonnet. Trying to find it out of the air there as it gets batted down for a moment as the puck goes over to the far boards. Congello now hands it down low to Hoskins. Hoskins gets the puck pushed away from him there for a moment as it'll be sent in by Spears. Goes all the way down to the Cyclones zone. Will it be for an icing? It will be. 10-13 now remaining here in the third. 3-2 your score still after the Cyclones took the lead late in the second thanks to the likes of Benjamin Musfeld. Face off now to the left-hand side of Bonnet, who's currently still trying to fix the poles on his right side of his net. Looks to have seemed to get them in place here as Connor Williams will step into the dot. Puck is dropped, able to win it back will be the Cyclones. Trying to go pass cross with it, not able to though, as Cabela not able to get enough speed though to pick that one up. Pass goes right back towards the Cyclone zone. Off the far boards now to Hoskins. Hoskins gets his pass intercepted by Fleck, who tries to get it across the Yurchik and rolled off his stick there for a moment, but able to get ahead nonetheless. Williams will try and chase this one down towards the Cyclone zone. Battling forward here at the center ice will be Yurchik. He had the first goal here for the Generals tonight. Picked up now by the Cyclones. Cross ice pass intercepted by Imler. At the center line, Imler enters into the Cyclone zone. Instead, he has to wait, though, as two of his teammates got across the line before he could. Yurchik now trying to enter into the zone. Able to do so for a moment there, but not able to keep possession of the puck. Here come the Cyclones now at center ice. Caulfield gets it across now for the moment as they'll look to try and get a 3-on-3 working here. Not going to be the case, though, as Connolly tries to get a piece of it. Not able to, though, as the Fleck will knock it ahead. Almost bounced off the likes of Printer there as he's able to chip it towards center ice. Now picked up by Colangelo. Across now for the moment to Kraft Jr. Conley trying to pick it up cleanly. Couldn't do it there as good work by Imler to fight off the defender. Imler now looking, tries to drop it off to Printer. Printer now trying to kick it through the legs of the skater in front. Not able to, though, as they'll trip it ahead once more. Now picked up by the likes of Polaris. Gets it around now to the close boards. Trying to get involved will be Pauly. A little over 9 minutes remaining here. General still down by 1. Polaris now sends it off the far boards to Imler. Imler not able to knock that one down as Fleck will chase this one all the way down towards his zone for an icing. 8:54 now remaining here in this third period of action. General still down by a goal here, so they'll see if they can try and mount another comeback. Able to come back from down 2-0 before Musfeld's goal gave them back the lead. Face off now to the right-hand side of Keith. Puck is dropped. Able to win it back here for a moment will be the likes of the Cyclones as Blazinski tries to bat that one out of the air. Instead, accidentally knocks it into the Cyclones bench. We'll see the face-off right in front of the Cyclones bench because of that. Puck is dropped. Trying to win it forward will be, for the moment there, Printer, as his pass intercepted, though, by Renfers. Renfers trying to enter into the zone. Does so indeed. Gets the pass across for a moment. Then to Pauly, who tries to find a body in front. Couldn't do it, though, as not enough white jerseys were able to get there in time. Puck picked up by Musfeld. Makes his way over to the close corner now as the Cyclones try and chip it ahead. Do so indeed here for a moment as neither team really able to get possession before the Cyclones dig it out there at the blue line. Intercepted, though, by the likes of Renfers. Pauly can't get the shot off cleanly as Musfeld picks it up. Musfeld trying to go for the breakaway. Printer able to get back on him, though, with Blazinski shot, though, onto the chest of Bonnet as a big collision there on the far corner. But Bonnet picks it up cleanly and hangs on. 8:18 remaining now here in the third period. General still down by a goal after the goal by the Musfeld, who was looking for a second there, as he took a big collision with the boards there on the far side. Looks to be okay, though, as he makes his way back over to the bench, though. Carter Cahoon will step into the dot against Williams and wins it back. Williams, though, able to push it forward. Trying to see if he can help get that puck moving ahead at center ice. Able to chip it ahead once more will be the Generals. Moore, though, takes it towards the backside of his net, sends it over to the far boards as Williams will try and intercept it. Bounces weirdly off his stick, though, and that'll chip it ahead now towards the Cyclones. Trying to enter into the zone, able to do so, but Renfers takes down 2 for 1 and is able to do an excellent job to keep the breakout from happening. Yurchik now across to Cabela. Cabela enters into the zone, goes around the defender, tries to kick the puck towards the front of the net, can't do it there. Picked up now by the likes of Back. Pack now on the right-hand side. Gets his pass intercepted, though, as Printer will try and pick this one up on the backside of the net. Excuse me, that's Cabela. Picked up now by Yurchik on the backside of the net. Pinned on the backside there for a moment by Cahoon. Makes his way over now to the right-hand side. Neither team really able to get it moving here for a moment now. Is now pushing it ahead. It will be Carter Cahoon. Intercepted, though, once more by Yurchik. Able to put it right back in the zone as he'll try and chip it ahead. Can't do it for a moment before he has to pull it back and try and get it right back into the zone. He'll chip it off the wall and go for a line change. Renfers and Williams will try and pick this one up. Williams able to pick up the misfired pass. Tired bodies out there for the Cyclones. Williams now trying to go down low with it. Shaw may have got a piece of that one, though, as that one will be kept in by Spears. Back now, trying to get a chip out. Able to do so here for a moment and allow his team to possibly get a change. Sending off the far boards, and Fleck will accidentally send it right into the bench with 6:59 remaining in the period. Still 3-2, the Cyclones lead. Face off right in front of the Generals bench. Puck is dropped. Able to win it back will be Printer. Gets it across now to Pauly. Pauly trying to enter into the zone. Goes all the way down to the close corner now. So try and get the pass across. Can't find anybody in the white jersey, though, as the Cyclones exit out once more. Trying to move forward with it once again. Here will be the likes for a moment there of Caden Cahoon. Puck makes his way to the backside of the net. Noah's Yurchik tries to chip it ahead. Able to do so for a moment there, but Tucker intercepts. Shot on. That'll be sticked away once more by the likes of Bonnet. 6:37 now remaining here in the third. Cummings steps in across from Printer. Printer able to win it back. Tied up for a moment there in the far boards. It'll be sent around by the likes of Fleck. On the close side now, Generals trying to chip it ahead. Printer overskates the puck for a moment now as Cummings keeps it in. Makes his way into the close corner now as he sends it around towards the backs of the net. He'll let Spears chase after this one. Spears drops it down low for a moment to Fleck. Good stick handle there, but he'll lose the puck once more. Trying to get a shot on. Save made once more by Bonnet. It's Cummings' shot bounces off his elbow. Puck makes his way into the neutral zone. Picked up by the Cyclones for a moment here, back in their own zone. Pauly trying to commit some pressure. Able to keep it in the zones will be the Generals. Not able to pick it up cleanly, those will be picked up by Cummings. Trying to battle with it here for a moment. There's to get stuck in the skates for a moment of the referee. Puck makes his way to the close corner in the Cyclone zone. A little under 6 minutes remaining here in the period. Pass goes straight across. Fleck will try and pick it up. Does so indeed as he tries to find a white body in front. Can't do so for a moment as Yurchik will pick it up. Tries to pass it out in front now towards the like for a moment there of Fleck. Picked up now by the likes of, for a moment there, Yurchik as he dug it out over the side of the net. Able to keep it in the zone will be Spears. Picked up now by Williams. His shot right into the chest of Keith, who hangs on. Cyclones still lead the Generals 3-2 here in this third period of action. Face off to the right-hand side of Jamison Keith. Williams able to win it back thanks to the tie-up. Cabela shot, not able to get through all the bodies out in front. Williams chips it back now to Blazinski. Blazinski, wrist shot, blocked out in front, but picked up now by Williams at the far dot. His shot got a piece of somebody out in front as the puck makes its way up to the close boards. Renfers tries to keep it in the zone. Able to here for a moment before the Cyclones are able to kick it ahead. Connolly trying to dig it off the close boards, instead gives it up as the puck goes all the way down into Bonnet's glove, who hangs on. Face off now to the right-hand side of Lucas Bonnet. Musfeld will step in here across from Williams. Puck is drawn. Musfeld will able to win it back. On the close boards there. Shot blocked out in front once more as the Generals will try and get it out. Can't do it here for a moment now as digging for it over there in the far boards for a moment would be Cahoon. Still digging for it both sides. Neither team really able to get possession here for a moment before finally Williams is able to possibly, does so indeed, get it across the blue line. He'll chip it in towards the Cyclone zone. Picked up by Colangelo. Sends it off the close boards now as the Cyclones will try and see if they can get it moving. Can't do it there for a moment now as the Generals send it right back in. Chipped ahead towards center ice now for a moment as the Generals just trying to see if they can get that third goal here with about 4.5 remaining. Musfeld shot blocked out in front. Almost confused Bonnet for a moment there, but he's able to get a leg on it. Puck makes his way now across the blue line as Pauly will try and go through. Cahoon says no. He'll take it up himself as Caden Cahoon enters into the zone with a head full of steam. Makes his way over at the far dot. Looking, goes around the likes of, for a moment there, Spears. He'll get the cross-ice pass now to the close boards. Colangelo shot, blocked out in front once more. Generals down 3-2 here as the puck bounces on the close boards. Generals just trying to see if they can get the offense rolling here. On the close boards once more. Pass out in front. Another shot by Connolly. That one went high and wide. Picked up now by Spears. Spears now tries to chip it ahead towards center ice. Instead intercepted by Musfeld once more. Blocker save once again here by the likes of Bonnet. Sends it up to the close boards here. So it'll be picked up by Colangelo, who accidentally has it bounce off of him and goes all the way down towards the Cyclone zone. Back, hands it off to Colangelo. 3:40 remaining here in the third. Pass goes through the likes of McGuire. Intercepted by Fleck in his own zone. Cross ice pass now to the likes of Pauly. At the blue line, he enters in, tries to get a shot on, picked up by Keith, though, and got knocked away from him here. Braden Spears will pick up the bouncing puck on the far boards. Shot out in front, nobody home in a white jersey, though, as Keith couldn't reach out and pick it up, but his defenseman will help him out. Trying to get a cross ice pass, able to do so to the likes of Cahoon once more. Caden Cahoon hands it off to his brother now. Gets it down low, trying to get a pass off, not able to do so there as the Generals got in the way once more. So it'll be picked up once here now by the likes of McGuire. Trying to send it up to close boards now with 3:05 remaining here in the period. Sends it down towards the Cyclone zone. Pauly got pulled down. Possible shot attempt. Rebound was still loose. They'll call the penalty here, though, as Pauly was trying to go for the breakaway. Can't get it there. The Gens, though, will get an extra man with 2:59 remaining in the third. Jamison Keith able to make the 2 initial saves there, so it'll be interference called here against the Cyclones, and the Generals will take a man advantage as Brooking back will go to the box. Timeout will be called here by the Generals. 3-2 your score here now as we sit with a little under 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Generals down by a goal. To recap really quickly here, the Cyclones started off this hockey game with goals thanks to Caden Cahoon and Ryan Kraft Jr. in that first period of action to take the early lead, before the Generals were able to respond with 2 of their own in that second period, thanks to the likes of Braden Spears. And for a moment there, I believe it was, if I'm correct here, Hunter Yurchek. It was Hunter Yurchek and Braden Spears. It was Hunter Yurchek who scored first as he picked up the loose puck in the crease and was able to pot it through. Braden Spears then almost went coast to coast and was able to beat the likes of Keith over his left shoulder, or his right shoulder, excuse me, to give the Generals the 2-2 tie. It was then Musfeld who picked up the attempted clear by the likes of Imler, who picked it up, batted it out of the air, and then shot it off both posts to make it into the back of the net. The Generals will have a man advantage here with a little under 3 minutes remaining to see if they can try and tie this hockey game up once more. Face-off will be to the right-hand side of Jamison Keith after Hayden Pauly was able to draw the penalty as he had a possible breakaway opportunity. Did get 2 shots off, but wasn't able to pot them as he hit Keith right in the chest. The Generals will have the 5-on-4 advantage here, so it'll be Printer, Pauly, Cabela, Fleck, and Blazinski. Picked up now by Pauly. He'll send it up to Fleck at the blue line. Can't pick it up in the clean, though, so he'll have to try and keep this one in. Not able to, though, as the puck makes its way towards the blue line once more. Generals will see if they can try and get themselves a man advantage here, so they'll try and pick up possession in their own zone. Cross-ice pass now to Blazinski. Enters into the right Cyclone zone. Shot, save made by Keith. He'll glove it up, and that will stop us here at 2:39. A minute 40 still remaining on the power play. Puck is dropped. Able to win it back here will be the Cyclones. Trying to chip it ahead, will be able to do so, and all the way down towards the general zone as Bonnet will let Fleck pick it up. 2:30 now remaining here in the period. Fleck across now to Blazinski. Sends it back now towards Printer. Printer now enters into the zone. Tries to get it across, gets taken down as he picks it up off of Cabela. Cabela shot, rebound was still loose. Puck is still in the crease for a moment there. Cabela will pick it up once more. Hands it up now to Blazinski. Blazinski shot, blocked out in front, still digging for it both sides. Not able to keep it though, as Blazinski will send it around towards the back side of the net. Pauly now sends it up over to the close boards. Cyclones going to see if they can try and get a clear here. They will so indeed, and now they'll try and see if they can make it a two-way play here. Trying to go around the likes Musfeld. Can't do so as Blazinski gets in his lane. 53 seconds now remaining on the man advantage. A minute 50 remaining here in the period. Blazinski now enters into the zone. Shot! That one went wide, but almost went through the likes of Keith. Puck makes its way down low once more. Picked up by the Cyclones and gets the clear all the way down onto the stick of Bonnet. Oh, instead it'll go all the way wide, but with a minute 35 now remaining here in the period, Generals still down by a goal. 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Here comes Printer now on the far dot. Tries to go with the pass across. Can't do so indeed, as it'll end up in the glove of Keith, who's just going to hang on top of it. The minute 25 remaining here in the period, and we'll see the likes of Bonnet go to the net, or go to the bench. So empty net here for the Generals. With a minute 25, they'll have a 6-on-4 for 26 seconds. Gens still down by 1. Puck is dropped. Able to win it back will be the Cyclones. Trying to get a clear. Can't do it there as Blazinski sends it right back in. Picked up now by the likes of Cabela. Cabela trying to hand it off for a moment there to Pauly. Gets chipped away from him there for a moment. Good work by Fleck, though, to keep it in. A minute 13 remaining here. 13 seconds on the power play. Picked up by Fleck on the attempted shot. Puck makes its way to the close boards now. Cabela waits, sends it down low. Puck still makes its way out in front as the clear attempt goes all the way down with 2 seconds remaining here on the power play. It'll be killed off. 58 seconds now remaining in the period. Blazinski sends it all the way around, now up to the far close boards. Goes up to Cabela right in front of the Cyclone zone. So not able to keep it in the zone for a moment. There's Blazinski. He's going to be called off sides. He got a little too antsy. He was hoping to try and see if he could get back in. Unfortunately, though, the likes of Jurczyk was a little too far ahead. 44 seconds now remaining. 3-2 your score. The Cyclones still lead. Jurczyk will be the one that steps in the dot across from Musfeld. Puck is dropped. Able to win it back will be the Cyclones. Sends it all the way down towards the general zone. Did they pick up the blue line? They did. No icing called. 36 seconds remaining. Picked up by the likes of Jurczyk for a moment there. Shot. That one goes wide as trying to get the empty netter here, the Cyclones. Still holding in the general zone here for a moment. We'll have a stoppage here now with 28 seconds. Bonnet will go back towards his net for a moment here, as we'll have the face-off straight across from the Generals bench. Bonnet will look to see if he can try and fly out of his net. Puck is dropped. Able to win it back here will be the Cyclones. Trying to chip it forward once more will be Pauly. Does so indeed. Try to go through everybody here. Printer trying to go with the shot. They will be called dead with 19 seconds remaining as the clock is still running. As Bonnet is currently out of his net here. We'll see if they're going to call for, I think this was going to be called for an offsides. It will be a very late offsides, but an offsides nonetheless. Puck is dropped right in front of the Cyclone zone. Trying to pick it up here for a moment will be the likes of Blazinski. Pin his net once more will be Bonnet here for a moment. The Cyclones come in. Musfeld shot. That one goes wide. Picked up with 11 seconds remaining here. Musfeld keeps the zone, though. He'll send it right back in once more. Bonnet will pick it up and just hang on to it here as they won't call the whistle until about 7 seconds are remaining. So face off now to the left-hand side of Bonnet. Printer against Cahoon. Printer able to win it back. 6 seconds remaining here in the period. Picked up once more by the Cyclones. Trying to get a shot attempt once more. Musfeld shot right into the glove of Bonnet, who hangs on with 1 second remaining. This will most likely end it up here as they'll step into the dot once more here. Cahoon versus Printer once again. Able to win it back will be Printer. That will end it here. 3-2 the final. The Cyclones able to beat up on, not beat up I should say, but able to squeak by the Generals here to end this one out. Scorers in the game, Caden Cahoon and Ryan Kraft started us off in the first period to give the Cyclones the 2-0 lead, before the likes of Hunter Jurczyk and Braden Spears brought it within a tie game. It was then Benjamin Musfeld who found the go-ahead goal late in the second period to give them the victory. 3-2 the final here between these two sides. Once more from the New England Sports Village here in Attleboro, Massachusetts. Thank you everyone from listening here. We will have our next home game set for tomorrow. We'll try and see if we can get that broadcast set up for everybody to watch on that end. But as we currently stand here, the final between the Cyclones and the Generals. 3-2 here. The Cyclones walk away with the win. Thank you everyone for listening. My name is Mason Strawn. It's been a pleasure to call for you all once more. And I will talk to you all again very soon, hopefully. We'll see you all later.